Hello. I just want to make sure that everything is working. Is everything working? Can I be heard and seen? Hello. I'm going to get rid of this. We'll start soon. How is the quality okay? It's always iffy. Like my internet just cut in and out twice. So I'm hoping that it goes okay. Hmm. Damn. All right. Give me. Okay. Is it working okay? I know I should have fixed the internet first, but it was too late. I already pressed the button. I'm right next to the PS5, which is also connected to the Wi-Fi, so I had to turn it off instead of have it in rest mode. And hopefully that will help. It's just dumb. I wish everything just worked. And I know that I'm also kind of stupid, but I don't know. I just wish everything worked like magic. I think the world would be a simpler place. If computers could read minds and everything worked like magic. But yeah. Anyways, hello. So I was going to do this every week, and then instead of doing it every 7 days, I started doing it every 8 days, and then I started doing it every 9 days, and now it's just whenever, really. At least once a week, I want to try to do this. Just because it's nice, I guess. Now I can finally say that I've been on TV. Celeste is casting me on her TV. That's a little intimidating, just knowing that my face is on somebody's TV. And then Tyrell says no computer should not be allowed to read minds. I guess depending on the computer, I guess. I don't know. It would be pretty bad. Like you're giving a presentation at work and the computer reads your mind and it goes to some like heinous website. Yeah, I think it seems like the Wi-Fi is doing a lot better now, so that's good. It's very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? How's it going? It's kind of a dreary day here. I shaved my head since last stream, so that's kind of fun. I like shaving my head. I feel like it's low maintenance. It's nice. It's a bonding experience being shaved by a friend. So I make my friend shave me. It's nice. So if computers could read our minds, Tyrell says that it would be mass chaos. So let's not have any of that. It would be mass chaos. But it would also, I feel like it'd be chaos for like a month, and then everyone would just accept that reality, you know? Like if computers just showed everything that was in our mind, people would be like, oh, wow, we're all fucked up. And then eventually we'd get over it and we'd just be like, oh, okay, yeah, everyone's fucked up. Which I think deep down we all really know that we're all fucked up. So I don't really have like a specific topic thing that I want to talk about. I was just going to kind of go with the flow. I recently started journaling, I guess. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know how to journal, so I guess there's no real like right or wrong way to do it. But basically, so iPhone's got this update, and there's like a built-in journaling app, and it kind of knows the activity that you do on your phone, so it'll suggest writing about different things that you do on your phone, which that's kind of neat, I guess. And it'll give you little prompts every day, like it'll ask you a little question and it'll ask you to write about it. And of course, you can opt in or opt out of any of these things. But I've been going through old Facebook posts because I used to use, I guess I still do, but I I would use Facebook kind of like a journal where I would post my thoughts, where I would just like throw a poem online or make like a little short story, and then that's it. And I would just leave it there. But I started looking at old things that I would post on the, like, you know how when you go on Facebook, you can type in like on this day or memories, and it'll show you things that you posted on that day, like a year or 2 or 5 or 7 years ago. So I started doing that. And now every day I look at my memories on Facebook, and anytime that I see something that I wrote that's kind of cool, or that I think is funny or whatever, I'll like copy it and paste it into the journal, and I'll in my digital journal. But it's been kind of interesting to go back and look at old things that I posted. And I've learned, I guess, 2 things. One is that sometimes I'm an idiot. And I've also learned that I think I was a better writer when I was younger. Because some of the stuff that I was posting like back in the day, I think it was like good. It's like, it's nice. And now today I'm just writing like vomit. Not all the time, but I don't know. I kind of wish that I could go back into younger Steven's mind, just because, I don't know, it was different. And I feel like there was a different vibe going on, and sometimes I kind of miss it. Here he is again, big iron on his hip. You know, some people did some sleuthing after you were posting that, and they found this song that comes from. Like a good old country song. Well, not country. It's like a Western, like a Wild West, like a Western movie song. Is that what that's from? Is that what you're referencing, or is it something else entirely? One of these days, I'm going to have big iron on my hip. And I don't know. That's mildly threatening, I guess. But yeah, do you guys ever go back and look at old things that you did? Like reading through old journal entries, or listen to old songs that you made, or like if you had a diary or anything. It's like, I feel like it's half cringy, but also like a little like nostalgic, reminiscing. I feel like if I could go back into that headspace, I feel like it'd be kind of nice. Like, I don't know. Have you guys ever felt like you were smarter when you were younger, or more creative when you were younger? Or do you think that it's just another case of looking at the past through rose-tinted glasses? Amanda says, I feel like I didn't like the person I was back then, but I'm proud of how much I've grown since. I like the person that you are now. I also really liked the person that you were then. But I'm glad that you like yourself now. In what ways do you think you've grown? I think I have less patience now. Like, I used to enjoy getting into, I don't know if I should call them debates, or, but I used to like to get into debates with people that I just really strongly disagreed with, and I would actually like listen to what they have to say. But I feel like nowadays, my patience with certain viewpoints is so thin. And sometimes I wonder if that's a good thing. I wonder if I'm falling into the same trappings as some of the very people that I tend to disagree with. Because I don't want life to be an echo chamber, but also, like, I don't fucking have time to go back and forth on something that I feel like is very easy to get, you know? But I used to spend hours and hours talking to people that I knew, like, couldn't convince me. Like, I used to do this thing where if I knew that I disagreed with a person or a group of people, I would immerse myself in that group. And I used to call it guerrilla journalism because I would secretly record these conversations. But I would go to a lot of, like, kind of extremist churches, and just listen to what they had to say, and kind of try to plant little seeds of rebellion within these different groups. Or a friend of mine was dating this guy a while ago, and he was, like, blatantly racist and sexist and homophobic, and he was like, he would label himself as those things. He was proud of those things. And so naturally, I just tried to expose him to different kinds of people and kind of show him people that would contradict his viewpoints and things like that. But after a while, it kind of just grew a little bit too. It was just exhausting. It was too much, and I ended up apologizing to my friends because I would, like, hang out with this person with other people, and I would invite them to parties and things like that, and I would apologize, and I would, like, look, I'm so sorry. I should not have, like, I shouldn't have put you in the same room as this person because they are not worth our time. And now I don't talk to them anymore. But I used to have a lot more patience for that kind of thing because I felt like I could change people's minds or make the world a better place. But now I still think that it's possible to change minds and make the world a better place, but not at the expense of our own well-being. And I think that's kind of where I stand now. Anyways, I asked Amanda how she's grown since then, and she said, I'm not so dependent on others, and I've gotten over a lot of the mental struggles I was dealing with, which is a nice reminder that even if we don't notice the changes, they are there, and it's important to recognize the progress. Well, that's really nice. I think dependency is something that I didn't really realize how, what's the word? It's how, like, crippling being dependent on others is. Like, if you're in, like, a relationship or you're dependent on family or things like that, it can be scary almost knowing that somebody else is kind of determining your life in a way, or, like, determining your stability and things like that. It's scary because then you're just kind of giving somebody else all of the permission to do whatever, really. But being self-dependent or self-reliant is kind of empowering, and it's kind of nice. And having the tools to be able to take care of yourself and know what you need and know what you want and know where to find those things for yourself, it's really nice. I've recently had a lot of really big conversations with some friends about kind of assessing your personal needs and desires and asking yourself where you can find those things and what you can provide for yourself and what relationships you have in your life, whether it's friends, family, romantic, or otherwise, what relationships can provide those things for you, and kind of not having all of those things coming from one source. It's been something that's kind of been on my mind a lot lately, honestly. But I think it's nice to be mindful of those things. But yeah, I mean, I'm hella proud of you, Amanda, for making that progress and for being a little bit more self-reliant and understanding, that nobody's perfect, but having the tools to be able to manage your own mental health, I think, is very important. She says, yes, it's okay to be alone, and it can be very empowering, even when it feels equally terrifying. Yeah, and sometimes it is terrifying, but I would much rather feel like there's something that I can do instead of just kind of waiting for somebody else to take charge. I think that that's a better place to be in. Oh, and Amanda says, I'm proud of you. Well, thank you. Like I said, I'm proud of you too. I think it's nice knowing that some progress was made in this fucking weird life that we've all had. But with that being said, even still, like looking back at some of my old stuff, I do miss how naive I used to be. I think that it's kind of like the way a toddler sees the world, everything is magical. Looking back at some old things that I used to write or used to say, I think I do kind of miss that that sense that everything is wonderful. Correct. Alex said, Po Buddy's nerfed. I should get that tattooed on myself, right across my forehead. But like backwards so that when I look in the mirror, I can read it. But no, so I was going through my old posts and everything, and I saw some old poems, and I thought they were really cool. But I also saw in one of the comments, I posted a link to a video that I made, like I think it was 8 years ago, probably longer, maybe even 10 years ago. But I made this really stupid series where I was trying to teach people how to play ukulele. And I was watching it because the link was there. So I was like, oh, I forgot about this. And I clicked it, and Jesus Christ, it is a mess. It is a chaotic mess. And I love it. But like, that's the kind of thing where I haven't made something ridiculous in a long time. I mean, there's like these live streams, and sometimes they get a little ridiculous, but it's not like fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? I think the last ridiculous thing that I made was back when I was doing commercials for GameStop, and they were just really bizarre. But it was fun, so I kind of want to make ridiculous things again. Cody said, isn't your favorite phrase, there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining around every day? That's one of them. It's a nice song. That's one of my favorite shows. Actually, I think it is my favorite show at Disney World. Because I like robots. I like optimistic looks into the future. I love that kind of shit. Erin says Steven, but she yells it. So, hello. Okay, now she says hello. Hello. I think you still need to finish what is it called? Battleship game. We play those like little messenger game things. Oh my god, yes. The PlayStation Eye inspired a lot of ridiculous things, says Celeste. Yeah, so there's this thing that I love to do so I like to make things, but I'm never on like the cutting edge of technology or anything. So I love it when some kind of a tool comes out that's not the best, but it's accessible and it's easy to use, because then I feel like the limitations make me want to be more creative. It's like this weird thing that happens. Like I used to like to make point and click adventure games in like Microsoft PowerPoint, like shit like that. I think is a lot of fun. And on the PS3, they had this PlayStation Eye camera and this stupid little app called iCreate, but it was like EYE, iCreate. And you could just make very simple videos with like very simple filters using this stupid little camera. And it was all on the PlayStation 3 system. And you use the PS3 controller as like the way to record and pause and all that stuff. But you could make stop motion videos. You could do some like surprisingly robust things, considering this was a PlayStation 3 app using a shitty standard definition camera. But I used to go over to Celeste's house, and her sister Ariel and I, like, we used to play around with the PlayStation Eye camera and make really stupid videos. I don't know what this is. Aaron said something, but I can't read it. It's just blank. Yeah, I love doing shit like that. Like just taking something that's not the best tool for the music a lot, and I do it on my phone for the most part. But it doesn't do all of these like grand, complicated, high production value things. But I love using it because it's fast and it's accessible, and I can make a thing pretty quickly. So it's nice. And because it's GarageBand, it inspires me to make more things. Because I feel like if there's a thing, like some kind of software or app or whatever, that does all of everything, and like it really gets into the nitty gritty detail, I'll just get overwhelmed and I won't want to do it. But if it's something very simple that does a specific thing, then I'll really try to stretch the limits of what it can do. And I think iCreate is a good example of that. Not to say that I was really like stretching the creative limits of what people could make with that stupid app, but in my mind, I was like, it was exciting. And I like that kind of energy though, like looking at any kind of very limited or rudimentary software or whatever, and then just asking myself, oh, how can we use this in an interesting way, and kind of just going from there. I think limitations help with the creative process. Okay, I think it's back. I can only imagine the screaming on those videos, says Cody. You don't have to imagine it. We got Ariel's PS3 up and running, and some of the videos are still on her PS3. So next time that you're in town, you can enjoy some of these fucking ridiculous videos. So there you go. Maybe next time that I see her, I'll try to bring like a flash drive and export the videos so that I can have them, and then I can show them on here. That's going to be my next little task. So Ariel had this PS3 back when we were younger, and we would do all these crazy things on it. That PS3 that she has is the PS3 that I came out of the closet to her on, because I came out to her through PlayStation Home, and we were hanging out online in our digital apartment thing. And then that's when I told her that I was gay. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend because I was an idiot. So there's screenshots of us hanging out in PlayStation Home. Look like small children, but they're not. We were just young, so that's kind of funny. But anyways, yeah. Celeste says, "Damn," but yeah, that PS3, we got it working again. It's got a bunch of shit on there. But yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but I came out to Ariel through PlayStation Home, and then I asked her to be my girlfriend because she was pretty aromantic, anyways. Uh, so we thought that we could make it work. Sorry, my internet keeps going in and out, so I'm sorry I keep freezing. But yeah, that was a weird dramatic time in my life. Amanda says, "Steven, you dog. I know it was a bad decision, but it felt right at the time." Celeste says, "Wait, but why?" The reason why I came out to her is because I needed to talk to people about how I felt and who I was. And there were a handful of people that I was close enough to at the time where I felt like I could tell them. And Ariel was one of those people. And PlayStation was a safe space for me to be able to talk to people. I certainly couldn't do it in person. But also, like the reason why I asked her out immediately after is because I had these really weird conflicted feelings. And I think that now I kind of understand where I was coming from. I just didn't know how to explain it or sort of describe it. I didn't have the vocabulary, but I loved Ariel, and I still love Ariel. Uh, and so I thought, okay, well, I have these strong feelings. It's just none of them are sexual. So like, what does that mean? And so I was like, okay, well, maybe you can be with somebody without necessarily being sexually interested. Um, and like to this day, I still feel that way, and I still feel a very intense feeling of love towards a lot of my friends. Well, towards all of my friends, really. So there's still that, and I'm like basically asexual, and I'm also polyamorous, and so this idea of feeling love strongly in all kinds of different directions is something that to this day is kind of how I feel, but I didn't know how to articulate it back then. And so telling her, "Hey, I'm not sexually attracted to women, but I still love you and want to be with you," was the best that I could do at the time. Celeste says, "You realize she's your safe person." Yeah. And to this day, she's still one of them. I think I've got a lot more safe people now, which is nice. It's good to have options. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier with codependency or being dependent on other people. Like it's okay to get certain wants or needs met from other people, but it's nice to have a wide array of people that you can receive those things from. And I'm glad that I have a pretty good group of people, I think. Amanda says, "You've always been someone who's loved hard in every way possible, so it makes sense." Yeah, and at first I hated it because I didn't understand it, I guess. But I think it's nice. It's nice now. Now that I sort of get how I feel. Because for me, like, love is this like very, very big thing, and I feel like sex is a small part of it, and I can get that with or without love. So I just kind of like set that aside, and I'm like, okay, I can get that when I need it or when I want it. But the most important thing is I want to feel love, and I can receive that in many different ways. Like right here, Cece says we all love you, and that's true, and I love you all too. But that's what I'm talking about, is like there's so many different avenues, and it's nice, and I wish that for everybody, that everyone could just be loved and love freely and exuberantly in every direction. But I also understand that some people can't. Oh, this is a it seems contradictory. Okay. Celeste says, how are you horny all of the time and asexual? That's a good question. It sounds like a contradiction. I swear it's not. I said I'm almost asexual, first of all. But secondly, so I almost always want to be orgasming. There's like, if it's pretty high on the list of things that I want at any given moment. And that's because it feels nice. It's nice. I like to come. But when it comes to sex, I do not like penetrative sex. I don't like all of the how do I put this? There's like a lot of weird baggage that comes along with sex. For me, at least, that maybe I don't want to get entirely into right now. But it's because I'm not very interested in penetrative sex, and for me, I like intimacy, and I like coming, but I don't need the sex for either of those things. And I know that sex is a very broad term, but it's often used very in a not very broad way. So like it's kind of hard to explain, actually, now that I'm trying to put it into words. But basically, long story short, I don't want penetrative sex really ever, but I almost always want to come. And I am also almost always horny. I don't know if that answers the question. I'm sorry if there's other questions, I guess. Cody says love, love, love. That's one of my favorite phrases right there. 3 loves. Love for yourself, love for others, and shit, what does it mean? Hold on. Oh, to receive love, to give love, and to experience love in all things. That's what it is. Those are the 3 loves. Love, love, love. And Cece says you have specific likes. And that's true. Mostly I like yeah. Okay. Cece's comment answered it. And what I enjoy does not require penetration. Yeah. I mostly like cuddling, I like foreplay, I like the aftercare, and I like orgasming, but I don't want things in my holes, and me putting things in other people's holes does not excite me. It's like I don't need any of that. Which unfortunately a lot of people really like those things. And so there's been some confusion. But it's fine. I've survived. CC says, that's my hole. I don't know you. Is that a quote from something? That seems like a quote from something. Alexander Clifton says, "Good evening, Stephen Thomas Morrow. How are you doing tonight?" I'm doing all right. How are you doing? You kind of jumped in at a weird point. We're talking about penetration, and I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Oh, it's from King of the Hill. Okay, all right. I was wondering why it sounds familiar, or why it sounded familiar. That makes sense. Oh, I love King of the Hill, but I specifically love there are these like really weird edits of King of the Hill that kind of turn it into a horror series, and these edits are so good. I should maybe one of our live streams we can watch them together and talk about it, because I love those videos. That's my purse. I don't know. There we go. Amanda says, "You're my favorite person to talk sex with." Oh, thank you. We can talk sexy anytime without penetration. I mean, unless you want to talk about penetration, I don't mind. I found a really cool sex toy that I was thinking of buying. It's basically, so there's fleshlights, okay? For anyone who's unfamiliar, there's like things that you can fuck that are not people. But anyways, so there's one that has 2 holes, and they're kind of on either end. It's like a thing like this, and it allows for 2 people to be fucking the device simultaneously without needing to fuck each other. So you can basically simulate having penetrative sex without requiring penetrative sex, and that seems kind of nice. So there's some like interesting positions where you can both be using this thing, and it also like it responds to pressure as well. So the 2 people who are using it can kind of alter the sensation, like the physical sensation. It's hard to describe without a visual, but it's basically like a double fleshlight that 2 people can use at the same time together, and by one person interacting with it, the other person can feel it, and vice versa. But nobody has to get fucked, but they can both feel like they're fucking, if that makes sense. Cece says Greg just talked about that. Which thing? I'm sorry, I might be a little bit behind. Was Greg talking about the double penetrative sex toy, or Amanda says, "I'll only penetrate you with my words." Please do. That's the only penetration that I want, is penetrative words. Cece says, "You might like a tongue rose." What is that? What is a tongue rose? She says, "Interesting Chinese finger trap sex toy." The Clouds King of the Hill. Yeah, so the Clouds is one of them, but then there's also like Peggy's Massage, and then there's another one where Bobby has telekinetic powers. They're really good. There's one with neighbors, the neighbors, but they're secretly robots, and everyone in the town is a robot. It's hard to describe, but yeah, the video edits are so fucking good, in my opinion. It changes the lore of King of the Hill. It turns it into this like intense, dramatic thing. I mean, it's already dramatic, but it's like intense. Like the whole thing becomes a Black Mirror episode. Anyways, so do they all penetrate your brain? The words? I guess not all of them. There are some words that they just bounce right off. But some of them squeeze right in there. And then they stay. They worm their way in. They lay their eggs. Ugh. Actually, I don't want those words. I don't want word eggs. I don't want word eggs in my brain. What am I even saying? What's happening? Jesus. All right, so I have a question for everyone who's watching. So earlier I was talking about going through old posts and things like that, and I stumbled across these videos that I used to make. I downloaded them and I can share them in the live stream if you guys would like to see them. Or okay, hello. Can everyone hear me? I'm sorry. The internet's been really fucking annoying. Is it working again? I'm so sorry. Uh anyways, I think it cut off what I was saying, but I was like but yeah, I guess in the comments you guys can vote what you want to do. And hopefully internet cooperates. All right, I got one do it. Or what? We can either keep doing what we're doing now, or I play the weird videos. The ukulele. I actually kind of want to make tea. So I can do that while I play the videos. So there's that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do it. God, the internet is really fucking bad. Should I even bother with the internet being fucking dumb? What if I? Okay. I lowered the definition of the camera, and now it looks like it looks like in those documentaries where they interview someone, but they have to hide their identity, and they like artificially lower their voice. My name is Steven, and I am a hitman. I have murdered thousands. How the fuck? I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's dark for everyone else, but I do need a voice changer. It's like perfect. Because you can't see my face at all. This is like a perfect level of darkness. Hold on. I don't know what I just did. I was trying to there we go. I was trying to see if lowering the stream quality would improve the internet connection, but it's not worth it. Oh well. Anyways, I'm just gonna fucking do the thing. I'm gonna play this video, and then I'm gonna make some tea while it's going, and hopefully I'll be back before it's over. Anyways, grab your ukuleles. Here we go. All right. I think that's good. I think. Why isn't it working? It's not. Oh, it's not a touchscreen. I need to. And. All right. I think. Does that make me look good? All right. Hello. I wanted to make a video to teach people I just sneezed. I had a little. Alright. I wanted to make a video to teach people how to play the ukulele. It's hard to pronounce the ukulele. I wanted to teach people how to play the ukulele. It's actually in Hawaii they pronounce it the ukulele. There's a difference in the way that it's pronounced. But here in the States, we call it the the ukulele. You get the idea. So I'm gonna teach you some basics on how to play the instrument. Um, First you're gonna need a ukulele. I have a little carrying case. It's not needed, but this is not a ukulele. This is a flute. Um, I I don't know why that's in there. I have this DVD. It's a movie disc, and it showed me. Look, there's here, I'll show you. I don't know his name, but that guy there. I don't know if you can. Can you see it? Can you see him? He's pretty good. He taught me how to play, and it's the DVD is called Play Ukulele Today, by Proline. But if this video helps you at all, then you might want to further your skills with this movie, like I did. Anyways, so I'm gonna show you my ukulele. I named it. I like to name my instruments. This one I named Yuki, which is Asian for snow. Hold on a second. I don't know where my ukulele went. I didn't. I just had it the other day. Hold on. Is it even recording? Yeah. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause it. I don't know how to pause it. I'm just gonna find my. I'll be right back. I need to. Mom! Do you know where my ukulele is? What? Do you know where my ukulele is? You were playing it last night, weren't you? I think it's in the music room. Never mind. Thank you, Mom. I love you. I love you more. It's not in the music room. I knew where it was. It was right here. I just forgot for a moment. So this is so so that was that. Jesus Christ. I was able to make my tea, for those of you who were concerned. Amanda said, "Look at that butt. It's a good butt." I miss that butt. I do miss that butt. And I know some people who also miss that butt. That butt's been through a lot. But yeah, so that was the first in a series of really weird videos that just get increasingly more chaotic. But actually, it's kind of fitting because, Amanda says, your butt's a good butt. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you like my butt. But it's kind of soothing. They always even a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a first step. So that's important to remember when you're learning how to play the ukulele and following these videos. By the end of the series, you're going to be a professional, believe it or not. You just have to follow the steps exactly. It's very important. So yeah, so I'm gonna play the next one. I'm gonna sit back and relax and enjoy my tea. I can still see comments and stuff. I don't know if I can put the comments on the screen during it. I guess I could try. Let me try that real fast. Let's see. Hold on. That was an accident. Oops. I clicked the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay, so I can actually do it. So I'm gonna put comments up on the screen during the video now that I'm actually sitting at my computer. All right. So, anyways, on to part 2. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Can everyone hear me? Um, my internet is not cooperating at all. Um, Cordova. Okay, so the sound is back, right? I'm so sorry. My internet is really shitty right now, and I don't know why. There's no good reason. It kind of pisses me off, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Maybe feature. So maybe that's what we can do. But right now, my internet is not cooperating. It keeps cutting in and out. My internet has died 3 times, and I've had to restart my browser. It's a big fucking mess. So uh, I apologize. I don't know why it's doing this. And of course, now that the internet is like not working, we actually have viewers on YouTube as well. Apparently, one from India. Hello, Rakesh. How you doing? but yeah. So I'm just gonna let's just chat. Point is, I'm glad that it works. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to test, and I thought that'd be a good way to do it. Oh my god! But this internet is going to be. All right, is it working? Okay. Oh my god, it is glitchy. Um, now that I'm answering this question, King says, "Where are you from?" Uh, I had to go into this mode because now that I'm giving away personal information, I have to hide my identity. But no, I'm from Kentucky in the U.S. I don't. Does low quality even help? I don't even know. I think it. I think it literally just makes it darker. How about you, Kane? Where are you from? Amanda says, "Are you planning on uploading those videos anywhere?" They are already uploaded. They are available on one of my YouTube channels, Midget Guy II. They're kind of hard to search for because everything is spelled incorrectly. But if you find the YouTube channel, it's Midget Guy II. It's supposed to be Midget Guy the second, but you can find it on there. But they're really bad. But I think they're funny. But yeah, it's just cringy. I like cringy things. Kane is from Connecticut. That's cool. I don't think I've ever like spent a lot of time in Connecticut, but I think I've driven through Connecticut. Well, I'm glad that you like them. Maybe now that the internet's actually cooperating, if it stays cooperating, then maybe I can try the second one again. The first and the second are kind of longer, but the other ones are a lot shorter. Are you in school? Nope. I don't even. When did I graduate? I think I graduated college in 2013. I don't even know. I don't know. Shelby says hello. Hello. Wow, it seems like more people are tuning in now. We're an hour in, and now we're getting more people. So that's kind of. It's working right now. I don't even know. Don't even know. Oh, God. Oh, no. Sounds like. Or, sorry, Kane recommends a streamer named Wes Makes Waffles. So if anyone wants to check that out. Yeah, Celeste agrees. Dave and Buster's sounds like an upgrade. And if you get a discount, that means you get to play all the games and stuff. Though I think a Walmart discount would probably be more useful, but a Dave and Buster's discount is probably more fun. Do they actually make waffles in the stream? Sorry, I'm going back to this. Do they stream themselves making waffles, or just curious? Oh, no waffles. That'd be great if the name is Wes Makes Waffles, but the whole time they just make pancakes and they don't even mention waffles. Then it's like a whole conspiracy. Because I only see the screen some of the time. Is that just when you're not working, or because if you're working, you should get free food. I would advocate for free food while working, but that's just me. Kane says it's still glitching. Celeste says try dark mode again. All right. Going into dark mode. There we go. My head looks extra shiny like this. It's just so dark. It's kind of scary. Ghost Daddy has returned. Hello, my children. Hello. I look so shiny. I don't even look like a human. I look like a silhouette. It looks like the silhouette of a baby. It's just... Okay, maybe it's not that dark. You can actually see some things. All right. Working mainly, and I usually don't eat much fast food anymore, strictly sticking to eating healthy. Well, that's good. Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because of this. You're an ultrasound. Oh my god, I am an ultrasound. This is what an ultrasound looks like. This is when you go to see your baby and they give you the photos, they hand you something that looks like this. And then they're like, "Oh, it's a boy." And you're like, "What the fuck? This is some abomination is what this is. This is a demon from hell." And they're like, "It looks so adorable. It's the size of a peanut. Next time I see you, it'll be the size of a cantaloupe." And then I'd love how they just show you this like weird monochromatic smudge, and they're like, "This is the penis." Do you want to play a game? Why did? What was that voice? Jesus, I need a voice. It's glitching in and out again. I don't think I think it's definitely the internet. It hasn't. It's awful, actually. See it because the camera keeps cutting out. And that's terrifying to me. And you wouldn't even be able to identify the killer because everything is so fucking dark. Whatever. I'm sorry. It was a good theory. And it worked until it didn't. I like the scary voice, ultrasound, shadow, ghost dad. It's definitely a vibe. It's something. Shelby says, it keeps cutting in and out. I'm so sorry. Is this like a beanbag? Is it a chair for round furries? Is it I describe the chair. What color is the fur? Round furry chair. Is it just like a regular chair but it's covered in fur, or is it like a beanbag? Is this a chair for furries? Is the chair in the shape of a furry? Is it an anthropomorphic chair? An anthro chair? I need these questions answered. I need to know more about this chair. Is it? Is it a folding chair or a round dog bed? And the internet keeps cutting in and out. This is miserable. I'm so sorry. I'm not a fan of my internet right now. Bad internet. I'm sorry. I've let everyone down. A round, oversized, furry gray chair that folds. All right. I'm so sorry, everyone. I cannot stand the internet coming in and out. See, I'm sorry. It keeps freezing. I don't like it. But yeah, thanks for joining me tonight. Sorry for the internet problems. Sorry for dark mode. Hopefully next time it'll all be figured out. During live stream. I'll just download the most random shit and we can watch it together. How about that? We can do that. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. God, see, it's still cutting in now. But yeah, I guess I'll see you all later. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. All that good stuff. All right. See ya. Love, love, love.